hands-only CPR. Cardiac emergencies can happen anywhere. Be prepared with a simple technique known as hands-only CPR. You can learn it in minutes, it's easy to remember, and it can help save a life. You will need the willingness to act and a few simple skills. Whenever possible, use disposable gloves when providing emergency care. Step 1. If you see someone suddenly collapse, check the scene for safety and then see if the person responds to you by tapping them on the shoulder and shouting, "Are you okay?" Step 2. Briefly look for breathing. Step 3. If they don't respond, call or send someone to call 911 or the local emergency number right away. Step 4. If the person is not breathing or is gasping, prepare to give chest compressions. Kneel beside them and put the heel of one hand on the center of their chest. Place your other hand over that hand, lacing your fingers together. Position your shoulders directly over your hands, keeping your arms straight and your fingers off the chest. Step 5. Push hard and fast, at least 2 inches, then let the chest rise completely before pressing down again. Don't take your hands off the chest, just your weight. Step 6. Keep going. Do not stop compressions until the person shows an obvious sign of life-like breathing. The scene becomes unsafe. An automated external defibrillator or AED is ready. You're too exhausted to continue, or a trained responder takes over. Step 7. Get training and encourage others to do so by taking an American Red Cross Health and Safety course. Knowing full CPR, chest compressions, and breaths will enable you to
give the best care when
and safety course. Knowing full CPR, chest compressions, and breaths will enable you to
Whereabouts on the
American Red Cross Health and Safety course. Knowing full CPR, chest compressions, and breaths will enable you to American Red Cross Health and Safety course. Knowing full CPR, chest compressions, and breaths will enable you to
provide the best care. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what but yeah, I heard a question, where on the chest? They say the center of the chest, and I'll show you on this actual body mannequin here. About the center of the chest, so I'm looking at his chin, and the center of the chest.
or below the breast or
So if we think of, I think of this as stomach. So if this is stomach, and I think about the center of the chest.
okay. So up like the edge of the flag. No?
I see people pledge the flag in lots of different ways.
Well,
So-
just you put your hand over your heart. You want it in the middle?
Yes.
Right over the bone.
The center of the chest.
Right over the bone.
Right over the breastbone?
I need a turkey.
All right, now you're getting undressed here. So the center of the chest. Now, when you take a fully certified class, there are a few more steps, a few more specific directions, but the idea of this class, the hands-only CPR class, is to get people to act and to not be afraid and, oh, I didn't remember, is it 30 and 2 or 15 and I can't remember. So, to not stress out about it, because it's just get your hands in the center of the chest and start your compressions and keep going until what? Till what? EMS rise? What else makes me stop?
The 911 calls, and then
I get too tired as a fine reason. What?
911 has been called.
Yes, and I'm doing this.
Okay.
I'm doing this while I'm waiting for the ambulance. You're right. So I said, you go call 911 and get back here. And I'm going to be doing this while I'm waiting for that ambulance to arrive. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be there going, I hear the siren. Oh, good, I can stop. No, they will arrive. They will set up. They will tap you on the shoulder and say, we'll take over now.
Good.
So you'll know exactly what it's all about. So
If there's more than one of you there, can you switch?
yes, absolutely. I would love to have another person there to switch with. In fact, I'm going to train somebody on the spot if I have to. I'm like, you know what? I can't go on. I'm getting short of breath myself. You, come here, you try. See what I did? Just do it. Little hands a little deeper. Keep going. You know, so.
Well, how deep do you go?
How deep do you go? Do you get, do you remember?
2 inches.
At least 2 inches.
Okay.
Now, how deep is 2 inches, you ask? That, it's hard to really explain that to you, which is why in our Red Cross courses, we insist that you actually have hands-on practice. So you get the feel for how that, and I'm watching you and I'm going, yep, that's good. Oh no, a little bit deep, your hand placement's great, but I want to see the 2 inches. On the compression tool, it means these little wheels are going to go all the way down to the table, is what I found out, and then a little bit more. So we kind of figure out the visual, so we can see it and tell you that's a little bit not enough. Most people err on the side of not going deep enough, and then you might as well just be doing nothing seriously. Because if you're not going down deep enough to push that hard, then you're not doing anything. Okay. Questions in general about this? I'm going to leave these out so we can try a little, see what it feels like before you leave if you'd like to do that. But I'm going to show you kind of what they did in the video. I'm going to say, my goodness, that guy's down. I'm checking what first? Breathing. Even before that. All right, exactly. Oh my gosh, what got him? Are there wires down there? Is that me too? No, I don't see anything. Hey, buddy, are you okay? Are you okay? And he wakes up and says, I was taking a nap. I found a nice place to hide from work. Okay, good. You've got other problems, but that's cardiac arrest is not one of them. But no, he doesn't respond. So my next thing is to do what? Yeah, you go call 911. Right, I'm checking visually for breathing. There's not a lot of deal on that. Most of the time when an adult goes down, it's a cardiac emergency. Most statistically speaking, most of the time. So then I'm going to get you to call 911, and I'm going to begin my chest compressions. I'm not quite tall enough to be here at this table doing this and do it correctly, so I'm not going to show you, but I would begin my chest compressions. And I'm just going to keep going until one of those EMS arrives, another trained responder comes, the scene becomes unsafe, say I get too tired, or suddenly he starts to show signs of life or breathing, which is probably not very likely, but possible. Okay, so somewhere along the line, if Diana Wood were writing this protocol, and she's not, I would say, you go call 911, and you go grab that AED from the front desk. I'd love to be able to have that AED right there. And Julia's going to come up and show us why we want to have that AED. Do people, are you aware of the places that you work or places that you worship, of where those AEDs are popping up now? Automated external defibrillator. It took me a long time to be able to say those names. AED. There's one right out here, and one of the things on it that disturbs me, it says for trained responders only. Really? No, I don't think so. If I had never been trained and I had the presence of mind, I could go grab the AED. I think what they're trying to do is not to get people to goof off with it, just like, oh, let's go see what it does.